everyone, this is Wen Lee and Sirius coming to you from Veda the Empress, and I wanted to talk a little bit about an Heirs update. So the first thing I wanted to update is more on the Royal College. Whoops, wrong one. More on the Royal College. So go to Heirs tab, and I've kind of figured out a little bit more specifically about this. So you have to have a minimum of 4,500 royal wits, which come from classes from grades 6, 7, and 8. And wits are used to rank against the other heirs in the group. So on Sundays, you have a sign-up list. It costs 30,000 of merit to sign up, which is non-refundable. And you get an opportunity to be ranked among other heirs in your division. So you want to make sure that if you are trying to get Genius Baby, which is, I think you have 2 of your heirs, both heirs rank number 1 at least once, then you need to pay attention to timing, because either your heir has to be really high in points. Like Sirius has 7,000. That's pretty good. It would definitely get him in the rankings, but it is not a good enough score to get the top score. So I'm waiting. You can only enter and as many times as it takes you to be ranked 3 times. Once you are ranked 3 times and get the rewards, which are unlocking 2 different classes, 3 different classes, and a skill, this precaution passive skill. So if you have achieved that, you are no longer able to enlist that heir that has achieved that in the royal exam. So you have 3 winning opportunities to get the Genius Baby per heir, and as you can see, like, the top is 10,700. So that's something to think about when you're doing this. Unless you desperately need a class unlocked, like, wait until your number is quite high and you feel confident in division. Like, if you get a new division, wait 1 week, then check the rankings after and see where your heir would fall in that. Like right now, Sirius would be, somewhere around 11 or 12, somewhere in there. So not even top 10. So I'm going to wait. And I believe my partner is also waiting for Eileen also. So we're going to wait it out and get more points. And when we have more points, then go ahead and do that. Because there's really no rush for us. Like, other than unlocking the classes and this passive skill, then there's no other real incentive to do royal exam. And there's especially no incentive to do this weekly study of 100 courses. I mean, I think courses, it's actually each class, because it's been 24 hours since the test almost, and I've probably put 6 classes through Sirius's schedule. So, you'd have to boost with Jade like 10 times every day. It'd be redonkulous. So, I mean, unless you really just want to do that, I mean, it's up to you. Context is everything, and if Jade doesn't mean that much to you and spending it is going to give you joy, more power to you. But the way they have set it up is a little bit extreme. You don't need to do that in order to get Genius Baby or even to pass. You just need to give yourself a little bit more time to do it. So if you're a little patient and you're willing to wait a few weeks or a month or 2, you can definitely get your heir through the royal exam and possibly at the top. So that's my take on royal exam now that I've had a little time to look at it and discuss it with my game partner and some people in world chat. And also I stopped by the Discord for Neverland Sect 51. They're super helpful there, so definitely recommend joining them if you have Discord. What am I looking for? The other thing that I have realized is that getting a perfect grade or an excellent grade only matters insofar as you desire the skill associated with that grade. So if you have no desire to have safe refuge and intensive care be fabled and be extremely strong, then there's no reason for you to spend the Jade to boost and get perfect the first time, or to retake it and get perfect spending Jade the next. It just depends on what's valuable to you for your team. Now, there is a little caveat on this, because if you are in a bit of a hurry to get things done in this game and you want those skills unlocked, then yeah, you're going to have to push a little to get that to happen. And getting excellent does shorten your lessons by 30 minutes, and perfect shortens them by 60 minutes. Now remember, that's only the next grade's lessons. So if you are doing this, make sure that you are putting in the grade that has the time bonus on its lessons in, because you're going to get that reduced time. If you go back to the previous grade and continue to do lessons there, you're not going to have that time bonus. Like, you can see that I got an excellent score for coming into grade 7, so I got a half-hour time bonus, and then you'll see here flute was 5 hours. Flute is a grade 6 class, so there's no time bonus on that. But when I was putting spear through, which is grade 7, it was 4.5 hours instead of 5. So do be aware of that. The other thing is that these military classes that you buy with Jade, the instructors with Jade, do have a couple of bonus options. Like, you can pay the ingots amount and just unlock the class, which is great. Or you can level up a bit, pay the Jade, speed up the class with a certain amount of Jade, depends on the grade. Or you can actually get extra points per class, like 8 to 10, depending on the grade. So if you are in a pinch and you need all the extra points you can get, and you're willing to buy Jade and invest in that, then doing these military classes are going to be able to boost you through that stuff. Like, I got excellent on moving into grade 7 because I did a lot of military classes and boosting. So because I want to move into grade 8 with excellent, because I really want this reward. And I want the option of getting perfect for not 20,000 Jade, which is what it would have cost if I'd just been at good. So I got irresistible. I want to get these coming into 8th grade. I want all these skills. And let's see, the good one gets you irresistible and mighty show, and this one gets you the passive, which is 30% chance to decrease AGI of poisoned enemies by 10% for this round. So effective on 2 enemies max. But I am totally okay with that. Like, a little slower is so much help. Like, sometimes timing is everything in a battle. So just having that kind of bonus is good. Also, excellent gets you 50 AGI for your entire team. Perfect gets you 100. And this says grade 8 class is shorter by 60 minutes, but there's no exam after this, so is it just completely by 60 minutes the entire time that you are playing from now on? I think that'd be kind of cool, actually. Like, there's no, unless there is some sort of surprise test after this. I don't know. This game is good at doing things like that. So, all right, guys. Those are some of the things that I learned about Heirs lately. Some tips that I have garnered and some experience I can share. The other thing is when you are scheduling, it's probably my last bit that I really could help you with, is when you're doing this and scheduling, Heirs math means a lot. So Heirs math is a combination of points per class and time per class, and making sure that you're getting the amount of points you need per day average to get to the grade that you want. So you do this by, and I really wish I had some sort of tutorial, like, like draw it out math tutorial, but I'm just going to talk you through it. So you do this by checking the stats of the class. So one is you need to calculate how many classes are in each level and how many levels you have. So in the early grades, you only have, let's see, this is level 1, and there's only 6 levels, and level 0 is like where it starts. So to get to level 1, you have to use 1 class, and then it's 2, and then it's 5 for the next 4 levels. So there's 6 levels total, and that's how you calculate it by, how many classes there's going to be. So for 6 levels, 1 class for the first level, 2 classes for the second, and 5 for the rest. So 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 plus 1 is 3. So 23 classes, all total. And the first level was probably like 12 points, and then it goes to 13, 14. And each class kind of scales up a little bit like that per level. Some have a bigger spread than others. Like flute started at like 37, and now it's at level 7 and it's at 52. So it was unexpectedly more points. But that's kind of the case up in the higher grades, things scale up. So calculate the amount of points per class, the amount of hours it's going to take, and the amount of time you have for your exam. So until my next exam, I have 12 days and 4 hours, and I need to get 1,605 points over here. And so I need to make sure that I'm going to have, that this flute, I want to finish flute. So it's 3 more levels, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, and 9 to 10. 5 classes each, so that's 5 hours each. That's 5 times 5 is 25, times 3 is 75. So that's 75 hours just right there. And the number of points is going to be 52 for this level. So I do 52 times 5, and that's 100 and 250 plus 10 is 260. Then the next level up is 3 points more per hour. That's 15 more points. So 260 plus 215, that's 275 for the next level. And then probably like 290 for the next level. So then you add 265, 260, 275, and 290 together, and that's how many points those levels of classes are going to give you. So it's complicated is what I'm saying. So you need to sit down with pen and paper and write out like 3 different math equations. One is calculating how many points you need and how much time you have to do it. 2 is calculating how many points you're going to get for doing the classes you want to do, and then how much time that's going to take. And then you compare the amount of points and the amount of time and see if you're going to make it. If you're not, you need to figure out either how to get more points by boosting or getting a higher point class in your rotation, or I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Or buy a Jade class if you're willing to spend money. So it just depends on your context and what you want out of the game. Definitely everything is context based. So what you want and how you want to play the game is the most important thing. Alright guys, this has been an update on Heirs, some tips and some experience-based information. I hope that it was helpful. If you have anything to contribute, please do so in the comments below. Like, subscribe, help each other out, and have a great night.